This video is for page 197 in your math book. Again, this video is for page 197 in your math book. I'm going to write the page number on top, 197. Again, this is in your Learn book. This is in your Learn book with the yellow sticky note. Again, this is in your Learn book with the yellow sticky note. This lesson is for page 197. This video is for page 197. This video is for page 197. It can be found in your Learn book with the blue strip and the yellow sticky note. Again, this is for lesson 11, page 197. It's in your Learn book with the blue strip and the yellow sticky note. Go ahead and pause the video so you can find your book. Go ahead and pause the video so you can find your book. Okay, once you have found your book, you're going to turn to page 197. Again, once you have found your book, you're going to turn to page 197. One 197. I'm going to write the page number at the top of the page so you can see it. Again, I'm going to write the number at the top of the page so you can go ahead and see it. Again, pause the video if you need to find the page number. Again, pause the video if you need to find the page number. All right, let's get started. So of course, please go ahead and write your name. So Miss Yates. Write your name. And the date you're supposed to do the assignment is 12/4/20. Please go ahead and write this. So before this, we've been looking at weight in grams and weight in milliliters and liters. Again, before this, we've been looking at weight in grams and weight in milliliters. So this says, the total weight in grams of a can of tomatoes and a jar of baby food is shown to the right. Read it again so you can see it. This says the total weight in grams of a can of tomatoes and a jar of baby food is shown to the right. So here's the right, here's the weight. Go ahead and circle that on your paper too. The total weight in grams of a can of tomatoes and a jar of baby food is shown to the right. Here it is. Please make sure you circle it. First question. The jar of baby food weighs 113 grams. The jar of baby food weighs 113 grams. How much does a can of tomatoes weigh? So here's our total weight. So with the tomatoes and the baby food put together is 671 grams. If the jar of baby food weighs 113 grams, well, how much does the tomatoes weigh? So is this an addition sentence or an addition question? Or is this a subtraction sentence or a subtraction question? Think about it. We already have the weight or the total of how much both the tomatoes weigh and how much the baby food weighs together. The jar of baby food weighs 113 grams. How much does the can of tomatoes weigh? Okay, so is this an addition problem or a subtraction problem? So let's think about it. If the total weight of both the tomatoes and the baby food weighs 671 grams. And we already know how much the baby food weighs because it told us. And we need to find how much tomatoes weigh. Is this addition or subtraction? Think about it for a second. Okay, if you said subtraction, you are correct. So it's going to be 671 minus 113. And that's going to tell us how much the tomatoes weigh. Let's go to move on to this side of the paper of the book. And we're going to line our numbers up or stack our numbers up. So what we call stacking method. Okay, it's the stacking method. We have our lines, so we can line our numbers up. Remember, the lines help us keep our numbers in its place value. So this is the ones place, this is the tens place, and this is the hundreds place. Okay, what's 7 minus 3? What is 7 minus 3? If you said 4, you were correct. You're going to write 4 right here. Oh. Okay, we're going to move it over so we can see. So our first number was 671. I got 671 from this problem. So I'm going to write 671. So 6, 7, and then 1. Okay, our next number is 113. 113, so 1, 1, 3. Make sure you line your numbers up. That's how we make sure that we wrote our number correctly, by lining our numbers up. Now, what is 1 minus 3? Now think about that. What is 1 minus 3? Make sure that you're reading your numbers from top to bottom, and make sure you're starting in the ones place. Always start in the ones place and read your number from top to bottom. It's not asking you what's 3 minus 1. It's asking you what is 1 minus 3. Again, what is 1 minus 3? So I want you to hold up one finger. Take away 3. Again, hold up one finger and take away 3. So I'm holding up one finger. Can I take away 3 from that? No. So it means I need to borrow from the tens place. I need to borrow a 10 from the tens place. So I'm going to borrow a 10. So 1 plus 10. Because I borrowed a 10 from them. So now 1 plus 10 becomes 11. So now it's 11. Okay. And since I had to borrow a 10 from this place, I had to take away a 10 from the tens place. Again, because the ones place had to borrow a 10, I had to take a 10 away from this place. So now 11 minus 3 is what? Think about it. 11 minus 3 is what? If you said 8, you're correct. So 8. What is 6 minus 1? What is 6 minus 1? If you said 5, you are correct. And then what is 6 minus 1? What is 6 minus 1? If you said 5 again, you're correct. So the tomatoes weighs 558 grams. So going back to this side, our answer is 558 grams. Make sure you use G or grams, because that's what we're measuring in, grams. And also G stands for grams. Next question, how much more does the can of tomatoes weigh than the jar of baby food? How much more does the can of tomatoes weigh than the... Next question, how much more does the can of tomatoes weigh than the jar of baby food? How much more does the can of tomatoes weigh than the jar of baby food? So much more is our key word there. How much more does the can of tomatoes weigh more than the baby food? So we know the baby food weighs 113 grams. We got it from here. We also found out how much the tomatoes weigh. The tomatoes weigh 558 grams. Now, if we want to know how much more the tomatoes weigh than the baby food, is that addition or subtraction? If we want to know how much more the can of tomatoes weigh than the jar of food, baby food, is that addition or subtraction? If you said subtraction, you are correct. And our key word there was how much more. You see that I boxed it in. How much more? That's our key word for this is a subtraction problem. Keywords are very important. Again, keywords are very important, especially when we're in math, because that gives us some more information as to if it's going to be an addition problem or a subtraction problem. Again, words are important in math because it gives us a key to see if it's going to be an addition problem or a subtraction problem. In this case, it's subtraction because it's asking us how much more does the can of tomatoes weigh than the baby food. So it's going to be 558 minus 113. And what is our answer? We're going to come back to this side. We're going to line up our numbers again. So 558. Go ahead and draw my lines. I didn't do this last time first, but please draw your lines first. This is going to help you line your numbers up. Again, I did not do this last time, but please draw your lines first. It's going to help you line your numbers up. The next number is 113. So 113, and we're subtracting again. We are subtracting again. So please make sure that your numbers are lined up. Remember, you start on the right side first. You start in your ones place first. So what is 8 minus 3? What is 8 minus 3? You said 5, that is correct. Okay, what is 5 minus 1? 5 minus 1. You said 4, you are correct. And then what is 5 minus 1 again? What is 5 minus 1 again? If you said 4, then you are correct. So going back to B, the can of tomato weighs 445 grams more than the baby food. Again, the can of tomato weighs 445 grams more than the baby food. All right, your task was to do number 2 by yourself. Again, your task was to do number 2 by yourself. I will walk you through a little bit, but I'm not going to give you the answers. Again, I will walk you through a little bit, but I'm not going to give you the answers. The weight of a pen in grams is shown to the right. So again, shown to the right. The weight of a pen in grams is shown to the right. So again, math terminology. A pen means 1. So that means 1 pen is equal to 6 grams. 1 pen equals 6 grams. Okay, that's important. So our next question is, what is the total of 10 pens? What is the total of 10 pens? Something that I told the class before is that I would draw a line for each pen. Again, I would draw a line for each pen. So pen 1, pen 2, pen 3, pen 4, pen 5, pen 6, pen 7, pen 8, pen 9, and pen 10. So I know that one pen is 6 grams. So I'm gonna write 6 grams up there. Well, I know pen 2 is gonna weigh the same, so it's also 6 grams. Well, how much does the third pen weigh? Again, if I know one pen weighs 6 grams, if I know another pen weighs 6 grams, well, how much is the third pen gonna weigh? You got it, 6 grams. How much is the fourth pen gonna weigh? How much is the fifth pen gonna weigh? How much is the sixth pen gonna weigh? How much is the seventh pen gonna weigh? How much is the eighth pen gonna weigh? How much is the ninth pen gonna weigh? How much is the 10th pen gonna weigh? Remember, each pen weighs 6 grams. Each pen weighs 6 grams. Okay? Then it asks for the total weight. For the total weight. So when it's total, that either means addition or multiplication. In this case, because we've already written out 10 pens, we've already written out 10 pens, and we know how much each pen weighs by themselves. Again, we know how much each pen weighs by itself. So these are just to add them. Or you can skip count by 6s, whichever one's easier for you. And whatever you get, that's your answer. Whatever you get, that's your answer. If you need more time, please pause the video. KB, an empty box weighs 82 grams. What is the total weight of a box of 10 pens? An empty box weighs 82 grams. What is the total weight of a box of 10 pens? Again, here's that word again, or 2 words, total weight. So it's asking us, how much did the 10 pens weigh? How much did the 10 pens weigh? Whatever that number is, you're going to write on this line. Again, how much did the 10 pens weigh in problem 2A? What was your answer for problem 2A? You're going to write that number on this line. Total weight, again, that either means addition or multiplication. Addition or multiplication. In this case, it's going to mean addition because they're giving us the weight of an empty box, which is 82 grams. And we already found the weight for the 10 pens in 2A. So all I need to do is add them. So what is 60? So all we need to do is add them. So whatever you got for this problem, 2A, you're going to write on this line. And then 82 goes here. And then what is your answer? Again, you need to come up here and line your numbers up. So what's your first number? Whatever your first number is, goes here. Whatever your number is, goes here. And 82. And yes, I realize that my bigger number's at the bottom right now. It shouldn't be. It should always be at the top. You know what? We're going to stick with that rule. $82 plus whatever number you got in 2A goes here. Whatever numbers you got in 2A goes here. Then you're going to add them. And that is your answer. Whatever you got here, it's going to go right on this line. Again, whatever you got in your addition problem, whatever your answer was, goes on this line. And that's it for page 197.